Welcome to C Programming Tutorials. This is a production of YouTube channel LearnRama and the Facebook page Awesome C Programming Tutorials in High Def. This tutorial is actually a continuation from the previous video. If you haven't watched that video, I would recommend that you do so. The link to part 1 of this tutorial is on the screen right now. Please click on it if you haven't watched it first. In this tutorial, we are actually learning about two-dimensional arrays, how to create them, how to access individual elements inside that two-dimensional array. So we saw that if we this is how you create the two-dimensional array, and if you want to access all the elements one by one in that array, what you need to do is to actually write two for loops, nested for loops. And this is what the nested for loops mean. It means that one loop inside other loop. Okay, and because the reason we did that is because, you know, if you think about it, the way it is, the two-dimensional arrays are is basically for every row we have to visit all the columns. So then second row and then visit all the columns. So the best way to do that is to have for a for loop for rows. So for every value of row, then have a for loop for column, and then access these elements here like this by specifying row and column. And you could do whatever you want with these elements. You could input the values for these elements. You could print out. You could increment their values. You could initialize them to whatever you want, something like that. You could definitely do all this. So one way to initialize would be to actually